Welcome to the Hoppy Time Podcast, and today we have a special shout out for our birthday girl.
Happy birthday, Lena!
All right, guys, welcome to the Hoppy Time Podcast, episode number 8. I am Flames Kid.
I am Lena.
And I'm Chris Cass, because screw you, Hugo.
And
JK, buddy.
we're all recovering from a little shot we took right now of Sailor Jerry. Man, that thing was not good.
Kills me every time.
Oh, yeah.
And only sometimes.
And on a new note, Lena is testing out new hardware this time.
Yes, I have a new mic. Look at that sexy voice.
If I do recall, the attendees paid for it.
The
That is
attendees,
true.
that's right. The attendees paid for it.
Yep.
Awesome. Right before we get started in saying what we've done for the week and stuff, I want to give a little shout out to Benny from B-Cutz for getting us onto a beer called 100K. And before I dive deeper into that beer, just want to let you guys know that B-Cutz Barbershop is located in Southgate. Really cool guy, Benny. If you walk in there and ask for him, he'll hook you up. He is a busy guy though, so you might want to be on the schedule. But yeah, located in Southgate. He's located on 9849 Atlantic Avenue, Unit K in Southgate. Another thing is you may want to follow him on Instagram. I believe it's B-Cutz Barbershop on Instagram. But yeah, want to give him a little shout out, and we're also just because he put us on the beer called Dinero 100K. So we went to his barbershop. He told us about it, and we looked into it. When we found out we couldn't get any, he told us, "Hey, well, I have some. Maybe I can hook you guys up." So he went ahead and gave us a 4-pack. We started drinking it. And honestly, we liked it, and that's what we're drinking right now. Before we get into the real main course of this podcast. But yeah, 100K was a collaboration between an influencer and a brewing company. They're kind of small; they're not that big. The brewing company is called Beer Thug Life Brewing, and the influencer is Dinero 100K. You may know him from little Instagram videos or what do you call them? The prank videos, stuff like that. So that's mostly where, that comes from. But yeah, I just want to give a little shout out to Benny and B-Cutz for hooking us up on this beer. And, now we can go ahead and get started with this.
Well, I mean, I know you said the beer comes from Beer Thug Life.
Yeah.
I also see, if you look at the can, it says CommonSpace. Brewed and packaged at CommonSpace. And it gives you
right.
the El Segundo.
So it might be CommonSpace then.
Yeah.
Because online I found it through Beer Thug Life.
There's also a hip hop craft on it.
Well, another thing is this beer was kind of only made for a certain amount of time, and only a limited amount were made. So the fact that we're drinking this right now is honestly kind of special because there's no more of this beer available. Only to those who bought it or who stored it, like Benny has.
Doesn't taste that bad, to be honest.
Honestly, it tastes like a Modelo.
Yeah, kind of does, but a little bit better, to be honest. Like a higher quality Modelo, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually a pretty good lager. So
Mexican style lager, actually.
Exactly, Mexican style lager, and with 5% alcohol, it's not that strong. But yeah, we just wanted to give a little shout out to Benny. But yeah, Cass, what you been up to this week?
Oh yeah, it is my week, huh?
Yeah, it's your week.
Nothing much to report. Apex servers are being shitty right now. I'm trying to play with my friends. When you when I play by myself, it's fine, but you can only have so much fun playing Apex solo queuing. But when I try to play with my friends, it hasn't happened to me in a while because I was playing with them yesterday. But they normally get kicked out of the lobby and then they have to relog back in.
Why is that though?
The servers are acting kind of bullcrap since they released the patch for this past Tuesday.
Yeah.
And they've just been having a bunch of problems. They haven't really released any statements about it or anything like that, but they are according to them, they're trying to fix it. But yeah, just playing a bunch of games. One of my friends is moving to Texas. Axel.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna scam people out of their money in Texas now.
Don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
I know. I mean, if he listens to this, he knows I'm just kidding. But no, he sells insurance, like life insurance and other kinds of insurance. I'm not sure what exactly he got his licenses in. Yeah, he has more than one, but I know one of them is life insurance. So he moved. Well, he didn't move to Texas. He went to Texas at the end of last month, I believe, August, and he was supposed to stay there for 2 weeks. And then my other friend Jimmy, because we all have like one giant group chat with all our friends in it, he asked him like, hey, when are you coming back from Texas? And then he told him at the end of the month, and this was about like a week or two ago. And then this week he jumps in our Discord chat and he goes like, hey, does anybody want a table? I'm sending a bunch of stuff because I'm moving to Texas. And I'm just like, what? Okay, like I kind of saw it coming because, you know, like he kept pushing the date when he was coming back, and plus he kind of insinuated it too when we went to go eat ramen all together. He said if things go good for him out in Texas, that he was gonna move over there for a bit and make some money. So, you know, good for him. If he stays over there, well, you know, that's on him. He can fly back and chill with us if he wants to. But yeah, I might go pick up a table for him tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Probably Sunday. $20, man, an IKEA table. That's cheap.
Yeah, that is cheap.
It's really cheap. It's dirt cheap. So yeah, I got that going on. Been thinking about getting back into Destiny 2, but kind of don't want to because that game was trashed here when it came out. I'm not sure if it's still like that or not, but I played it for a bit. And honestly, it's not that fun. It's just something to kill time, you know? I mean, aside from video games and everything like that, I haven't really been up to much this week. It's just been a calm, normal week.
All right.
I don't know. What about you guys?
What about you, Lena?
Where do I start? Well, from the last podcast, it was my birthday. And,
oh, that's right, huh?
Yes, it was.
It was a very eventful birthday.
It was so great.
I guess I didn't talk about it because I don't remember most of it.
I know it's like
it's a blur. It's literally a blur. Like
we make it sound like not much goes on in our week, and it does. But just by the time we get to the podcast and it's our time to talk about it, we kind of forget what to go over. We're just too prepared to drink, and everything starts to like kick in.
Yeah, we don't really write anything down or anything. It's just literally off the top of our heads.
But yeah, so for my birthday was September 10. And that was a Friday. I had requested the day off because I was not going to go to work that day. There was no way in hell I was going to spend my birthday there. So we went to Universal Studios, which, I mean, to people who live in Los Angeles, isn't very special. They probably thought, oh, Horror Nights. No, we didn't do Horror Nights. Not yet. But I had not been to Universal Studios in a very long time. I think the last time was 2014, and that was in Orlando. And so that was a really cool trip that I took with my family, but you can imagine how Orlando is different from over here. And, you know, but it's funny returning back to Universal Studios, and a lot of things were similar, but it was just better. And that's really cool to see. Like, I remembered the whole place in the back of my hand. And I know Flameskid had not been there for a long time too, and so did Chris Cass. So it was just really cool.
Suck it, Hugo.
Yeah, it was really cool to go and just spend the day there. It wasn't very busy when we got there, which was nice because we got to get on a lot of rides really quickly. Then we got to chill and have a brew. We tried that Duff beer, guys. How was that? If you follow us on our Instagram, you would have seen it. We post a picture.
Yeah, that was it's a pretty good beer.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was. So that was really cool. And so that was Friday. Saturday we got together with all the friends, and we went out to a couple of bars, and it was really fun. My cousins came along, and it was just a really good time. We had not met up with everybody, you know, with everyone being busy in their lives, and with COVID we try not to get together too often, but it was just a really, really fun trip. We haven't been out like that in so long, so it was really, really cool to reconnect and be able to do that. We all got pretty messed up that day, but we were all functional, which was really nice. Nobody was ever
I think we were drunk but functional, you know.
Yeah, so it was nice. We all had a really great time. We went to go eat after, and
That's the formula, baby.
yeah.
Told you the formula works.
Works
Have
every
we
time.
talked about the formula here?
No,
so-
and it's a secret, so we're
Yeah,
not
Oh,
gonna say
okay.
it.
It's a secret.
Well, these guys came up with a very special formula that really messed me up on my 21st birthday, which is why I don't
'cause
remember
you-
it often.
On your 21st birthday, you had an extra shot that you're not supposed to take,
I was mixing like crazy.
That too.
So
and you were drinking pretty fast. This time around, it was more slower
well, I was
paced.
too excited.
I know,
But
I know.
this time, yeah, I paced myself. I behaved, and we all had a great time.
Yeah.
So, what else did we do that weekend? I can't even remember.
We did.
We rested.
Yeah, we rested on Sunday for sure.
We rested.
Tried, at least.
Yeah, at least tried.
Wasn't Sunday when we watched Black Panther?
Oh yeah, we continued our.
That highly disappointed me
No,
because it did not play paramedic.
I mean, besides that, the movie was good though.
Yeah, the movie was good.
I was honestly astonished, and I'm sorry to jump ahead of you, Lena.
No, that's fine. I like that you're saying that, just because these guys were so like, Black Panther is not that great. They never even seen it. So their reactions watching it and after, I was like, yeah, in your face.
Yeah, I mean, we did everything that Lena just said. We went to Universal Studios. We went out bar hopping on Saturday with my friends and her family. And then we rested on Sunday. And, Sunday was a lazy day for us. We really didn't do much.
We needed to recover.
Oh, yeah, we definitely did. So we went ahead and we went ahead and watched Black Panther. And I hadn't seen that movie. Neither had Chris Cass. Only Lena had watched it.
Yeah.
I had
And
tried to watch it twice, but I kept falling asleep.
yeah, that was me in Civil War. So I was trying to watch this movie before, and I couldn't. So when I finally got around to watching it this time around, I was honestly amazed with how great it was. The fighting scenes were great. Michael B. Jordan killed it as Killmonger. Chadwick Boseman fucking killed it as Black Panther himself. So yeah, I mean, for me to say that I actually like that movie is, it's something different. So our next movie is what? Thor 3?
I believe so.
Yeah, Thor 3 would be.
I don't know. You guys are in charge of picking.
Yeah, I think Thor is next. I think so.
I just sit and watch.
Besides that though, I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Go. But I've been also working on the website, working on our Discord server with bots. Man, those things are tricky. To get them to work the way you want them to is just, fuck, man. It's a brain numbing sometimes,
It's a hassle.
Yeah. But we've got it to work. Another thing I've been doing is getting ready for my new job that I got, that I'm beginning at the beginning of October. So I'm gonna wait to see how that plays out, because it is a Monday through Friday job, and we do record usually sometime after Wednesday. So I'm gonna see how that plays out first. If there's a change in schedule, we'll let you guys know ahead of time if we're gonna change our schedule as far as releasing and stuff like that. But for now, everything stays the same. We're gonna go ahead and continue on on our schedule that we have so far, and that we've gotten everybody used to. But if there is a schedule change, you'll definitely hear it first on our Discord. If not, you'll hear it on a podcast before we actually do the change. Besides that, I haven't really been doing much. We just celebrated Lena's birthday, and we're about to celebrate mine's in the next week or so.
Oh Lord. Too many birthdays.
So yeah, I mean, that's what we got going on for us so far. Yeah. You guys want to get into that beer already?
Which one?
Well, let's give some final thoughts on 100K. What do you guys think?
I like it. It's a light beer. It's something that you could just sip on and enjoy. I don't think it's one that I'd want to down. It's something with flavor.
Yeah.
And it's something that I just want to sip on for a while and just enjoy.
Okay. What about you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Mexican style lagers. I'm not too keen on them. They're not bad or anything like that. It's just they all. I mean, yeah. I guess you can say they all kind of taste the same to me.
Cool.
Not like I said, I'm not really like.
You're not fond of them.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not fond of them. I don't mind them. It's just it's not anything surprising. Like when we taste like other kinds of beers or whatever, like their flavors or their something always changes. Mexican style lagers kind of taste the same to me.
It's not an IPA.
No, I think it's it's not that it's not an IPA. I think it's because it's something that, we were really into Modelo's. That's all we drank for a good while.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just something that we get really, really used to. And then we jumped into IPAs, and now we're trying all these different beers where they all taste a lot, I don't want to say better. They're just different in a way that we get to explore, and just we start to like it. And then when you go back to this, it just reminds you like, oh man, this is what I used to drink all the time. So it's not as pleasing, but I genuinely do enjoy this beer, and I want to say thank you to Benny for giving it to us, because he really didn't have to.
Yeah, he really didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this beer to me, it tastes like a Modelo, but just a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same thing. If you really think about it, it's 5%. So is Modelo, or is it 4? I'm not.
I think it's a 4.5.
I think it's 4, yeah, something like a 4.5.
Yeah, I know. It's not that strong.
Yeah, because a Bud Light Platinum is 5, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it has to be lower than Platinum.
Yeah, so I mean, the beer is good itself. Would I recommend it? Definitely. Unfortunately, like I said,
for sure. Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. So usually what we started doing on our previous episode was we started giving it a score out of 10. What do you guys think of this beer?
Me?
Yeah. What about you, Chris? What do you think?
Out of a 10?
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Damn, that's low.
It's not.
I mean, it's not good either, you know?
Well, fine. I guess I'll round it up to a 7 then. I'll give it a 7.
Okay. What about you, Lena?
You guys are making me feel bad.
Man, I'd probably give it a 7. I feel like it is similar to Modelo, but
Not your style?
more like tired of the style. Like I said, I mean, when I got into beer, Modelo's was something we would drink a lot, especially in micheladas. But I like that it has, I don't know, kind of a flavor. Well, not flavor. Sorry, if it tastes like they used better ingredients than a mass-produced beer, like Modelo, where it's probably just, this is just a limited beer, and I think it tastes a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean,
ingredient wise.
I mean, you would have to think so because, they only produce so many, and it's from a small brewery. It's a craft beer.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would assume that it would taste a little bit better.
Exactly. That's why I would give it a 7.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go higher than you guys. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Because I actually enjoyed this beer. When I first tried it at when Benny gave it to us, I was surprised by the taste of it. I honestly expected something sour. I didn't expect this taste. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.
Okay.
So with that being said, Chris Cass gave it a 7. Lena gave it a 7. And I went ahead and gave it an 8 with a total score of being
11 point something?
No. 7.33. So
oh my God.
Average it up to, 7.3. So it's not that bad. So that's what we think of the beer. We enjoyed it. Follow at Dinero100K on Instagram. That's the influencer behind this beer. And you want to go ahead and follow Beer Thug Life and CommonSpace. And also, don't forget to follow Benny and B-Cutz. I will have their links in the description of this video, so that way it's easier for you guys to find them. All right. On another note, we want to go ahead and talk about the challenge that we issued to Hugo and Marcos. I know we kind of spoke about it on our last podcast, but this one we want to get a little bit more into detail. Initially, what we want them to do is bring a 6-pack of their favorite beer. It can be whatever they want. It could be typical Modelos. It can be Ultras. It can be whatever they want. But it has to be a 6-pack. The judges on here will be me, myself, Flames Kid, Lena, and Chris Cass. We're all gonna be the judges here. Eli will be like the silent judge, the one that whose scorecard doesn't get taken into account.
He'll just be here.
He'll just be here,
Did you just say 5 judges?
No,
I heard that
Me,
too.
myself, Flames Kid, Lena, Chris. That's
Yep.
5 people, bro.
Oh my God.
And then you just told him to bring 6 beers. We're gonna need a lot more.
Do we have to fight for the last one?
No, calm down.
I'm ready.
So we're basically gonna break it down into categories. Taste of beer is one. Presentation is the other. And we're gonna, basically hear them out on what they have to say about the beer, what info they have for us about the beer, and then and yeah, we'll go ahead and give it a rating at the end of the night based on our criteria. As far as prizes go, they will win a trophy with number 1 fan on it right there. That way they know and they can brag about it. And hopefully by that time, we will have some sort of merch to give them, whether it be stickers or whether it be a shirt. I have my cousin, can find them on social media, a Crafty Ruse. He's working on a logo for us because my logo is kind of shitty. I'm sorry, it's
just a newbie type of logo.
It was just like,
it was just very rushed.
it's something a kindergartner would draw.
I think
I'd be very afraid and worried if a kindergartner is drawing a hop.
I know.
Hey,
I mean,
man, you guys ever seen those memes or like kindergartners homework says draw your parents' hobbies or whatever?
Oh my god,
And
there's
like
one where they're drinking, or what does your parent do? And then it's a
stripper pole.
Yeah, it's a stripper pole.
Exactly.
And then the mom talks to the teacher and she said, "No, I work at Home Depot and I'm holding a shovel."
Yeah.
But it looks like she's a stripper.
Exactly.
Yeah,
those are the kids you should be worried about, not the kids that draw happy faces on hops.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I told him too. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, mine was just like last minute. I just needed a logo for our podcast, and he goes like,
I
no,
mean, it's cute, but
it has a smiley face, Crystal.
It could be better.
It can be a lot better. So
it's cute, but it could be better.
So I trust them with handling our logo and getting that in time for us to get merch out. So once that's out, we'll go ahead and blast it all over social media, and we'll have that on our website as well. So that way it's easy for you guys to go ahead and purchase a shirt or whatever it is that we're gonna offer at that time.
Right. So merch coming soon, maybe.
Hopefully.
Do you guys remember slap tags?
Oh, jeez.
What is that?
Yeah, you guys don't know what slap tags are?
What is that?
Slap tags are?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
How did she know? You don't.
Is it the thing where they would just slap the stickers on somewhere?
Everywhere.
Yeah, but they were like the UPS ones.
Oh,
The
yeah.
USPS
Okay,
ones,
okay.
And like they would tag it or draw on it, and then they would just slap it on places.
You don't need to hook it up with them tags then.
For real, bro.
You like them through.
But just for the stickers, though. You can leave after.
You can leave after that.
You can leave
Wow,
after you
that
deliver
is
the
so
Because clearly he
mean.
doesn't have time for us.
Wow, why are you so salty? He's a busy man.
I
Well, he
know,
don't be delivering my mail on time anyway.
Oh, he's coming at 6 p.m.
For real, bro. You supposed to be off at 5.
I know. And we get in at 6. So they're
For
holding it
real.
and shit. I'm kidding. Nah, yeah, but yeah, that's the issue. That's the challenge we've issued to Marcos and Hugo. We're 2 podcasts away from that. So
Hurry up.
Be ready.
and I'll be ready for that. We're still getting everything together to be ready for that podcast.
Sudden death is a 10-second body.
Whoa.
I don't know, man. I think Marcos got that one.
Wow.
I mean, let's be honest.
Maybe. Maybe, man.
Let's be honest.
Damn. I just realized.
I'm sorry, Hugo.
I just realized when I put Hugo in.
No comment on that one.
Jesus.
Think about it.
That's not something I want to see. Let's try to keep it
Keep it PG.
yeah, keep it PG and very friendly around here.
Yeah, but yeah. We're hoping that we have everything ready to go for our 10th episode. To have that face off. Like I said, Eli won't be judging just because he can be kind of biased towards kind of biased towards Marcos, and we don't want any unfairness when it comes to the judging. So Eli will just be the silent judge.
He's silencing my boy Eli. My boy need to be silent.
Boy, don't talk enough.
That boy already too quiet.
Nah, he's cool though. So yeah, any other feedback you guys want to give for the challenge?
Pick something good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say pick something. I wouldn't say pick something that's out of your range. If you don't like stouts, don't go ahead and pick a stout.
Yeah, because these guys don't like stouts. They're probably the only one that like it.
But
they're not-
also don't just try to please us, because I made a joke last podcast where I said, "Oh, just go for an IPA and you'll be fine." But surprise us.
Genuinely pick something you would want to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that you would recommend to other friends.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, definitely.
not something to try to impress us or anything like that. You know, like
Exactly.
literally something you would go to the store and be like, hey, you know what? I feel like drinking this today.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah, I mean, I would say stick with that, because if you pick something that you don't like, or you pick something that it's out of your comfort zone, when you actually drink it, you're just gonna be out of it, because you're gonna be like, I don't like this.
yeah, you won't find words to express,
Yeah.
you know, how much you like something when you definitely don't like it.
All right. Yeah. You can't fake that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why I said, like, even if you have to bring Modelos, even if like that's your go-to drink, that's fine. You know, we all drink that, but just stick to your comfort zone.
Please don't bring Modelo's. I might be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like need some help or anything, like I mean, there's a lot of places out there that have like build your own 6-packs.
Oh yeah.
So you can like literally go walk in and then like pick 6 beers that you seem are interesting and just take them home with you and try each and every one, you know.
and your favorite, pick one.
Yeah, and then just pick one that's your favorite. If you didn't find anything,
Yeah.
you know, maybe go back and buy another 6-pack. Hopefully, you know, you don't go through too many 6-packs, but
Yeah, I mean, another thing you can do to help you out on the task of finding a beer, there's a website called Untapped, and that's without an E at the end. If you type in Untapped, they're really good about, you know, their beers and helping you pick one. So if you have a problem with picking a beer, or you just don't know what to pick, I would say try using that website, untapped.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll probably be a good resource for you to use as when you're picking a beer, because like I said, it would suck if you bring something you don't like, or if you bring something that's really out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as far as your presentation goes, you know, if you're presenting it to us and you're like not liking it or not enjoying it, it's going to reflect on your presentation. And
Yeah.
it's just going to bring you guys down.
yeah, exactly. You guys aren't lawyers, you know, because lawyers obviously sometimes have to defend people that they kind of don't agree with. But, you know, it'd be kind of crappy if you trying to make a presentation about a beer you don't really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
absolutely don't try and bring something you haven't tried yourself. As much as it would be nice to have a first impression on the beer that you're bringing in, it's better to at least have a little bit of knowledge of what you're going to say and what to expect.
Yeah.
And it'll be a surprise to us, so you can still enjoy that.
Yeah. And like I said, you can bring whatever you want. You know, we're not being picky here. You know, we want you guys to feel comfortable. Bring in whatever you guys want. But yeah, I would say just stick to what you know. You know, come prepared. Do some research on whatever beer you're actually bringing.
It doesn't have to be a lot either. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's-
doesn't have
it's
to be like paragraphs or an essay. Like it's
Yeah.
just like simple notes, you know, maybe some facts here or there.
Yeah.
Basically what we do on the podcast, you know. It's
Yeah, you know-
nothing fancy. It's just short, small little bursts of information.
Yeah, we don't go into too much depth, you know, with ours, you know, as much as we should. But just keep it simple. You know, keep it simple. You're not doing homework here. You know, just keep it simple. Bring your beer. You know, have a good time with us. You know, enjoy the podcast. Talk about yourselves, and that's all we ask. You know, for you guys to have some fun and to drink some beers with
Yeah,
us.
man, it's a fun, friendly contest. It's not something
Yeah.
you know to get too focused on.
Let's hope it stays friendly.
Unless it ends up in a sudden death, then I'm sorry,
10
Hugo.
second body.
Sorry, Hugo. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, the challenge is issued. Challenge was accepted by both. We're just getting everything ready for our 10th episode.
Mega episode number 2.
Number 2.
Also, kind of let us know if you guys are ready, cause you know, or where you guys are in picking your beer, or, you know, doing your research.
Yeah.
Cause we kind of want to time it too. Cause if you guys aren't ready, then I don't know, man. It'd be kind of like a really one-sided podcast, I guess.
Right. Yeah, we also, definitely want to make sure you guys are ready for it. And prepared, have a beer that you're comfortable with, and have the knowledge that you need to just present, you know, even like you said, the bear.
Yeah, and same goes for us. You know, we want to make sure that we're prepared. We have everything ready to go. We want to make sure that we have the logo. Hopefully by then, at least for some stickers, you know, to give these guys for coming out and participating with us. But yeah, like I said, follow my cousin on Instagram, a Crafty Ruse. He's a really good artist. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this beer, guys. So yeah, Cass, what are we drinking today?
All right, so today we're drinking something from Santa Maria Brewing Company. It was founded in 1994 by Dan Hilker and Gary Ford.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, the history kind of gets a little complicated, but at that time when they founded it, they claimed to be the best little brewery that nobody knew about.
Okay.
Their original room, and I'll get to why it's original.
Okay.
Their original tap room is located on 115 Cuyama Lane in Nipomo, California.
So up north.
Yes, it's up north. In 2013, it was purchased by Byron and Karen Moles.
Wait, it was purchased by people?
Yes, it was purchased by people. So in 1994, Dan Hilker and Gary Ford started it, and up until 2013, it was just like one little small, you know,
Tap room or brew.
Yeah, it was kind of
house?
it was kind of like a tap room or
Okay.
you know, like a pub. I guess not really a pub, but you know, like a place where you could just go and have a beer.
Got it.
So in 2013, it was purchased by Byron and Karen, and then they decided to keep Dan on the team. You know, so it was basically all three of them.
Did those people know the previous owners? Like, were they like friends or like anybody related or anything like that?
I don't think they were related. I think it was just people that were interested in
Expanding, maybe.
No, so maybe people that were interested in like brewing beer or something, and you know, they
Wanted to invest.
yeah, they wanted to invest. So like, I guess they bought the company from
Got
Dan and Gary.
Okay.
So when they bought it, Gary kind of retired. So they just left like, you know, Dan.
Yeah, Dan
you know,
on the team. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like they all kind of like cooperated towards the end, and it's pretty cool, you know, because it's cool when, you know, people buy something out and they decide to keep members of like the original team, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. But now their new place is located on Highway 101. It's 7935 San Luis Avenue in Atascadero, California.
That's a cool name, Atascadero.
I know, right? And
Yeah.
it's apparently a brew pub and a distillery.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
so they have one tap room in the original location,
Yeah.
and they have a brew pub and a distillery in the new location, which is much bigger.
That's cool. So they're kind of expanding in a way.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole point, you know,
Yeah.
to expand.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have made award-winning beers, you know, at state fairs, IPAs, pale ale, stouts, porters, you know, those
Yeah.
kinds of beers.
Okay.
And something I like about them is like they never sacrifice quality of their beer, you know, like, so they make everything to standard, I guess, for lack of better words
Oh,
to
yeah.
say, you know.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool, you know, like it's not something like mass produced, or they don't really like how you I kind of lost my train of thought, but they kind of focus on what the beer tastes like
Yeah.
rather than trying to sell it, I guess, you know.
Okay.
You know, so they partner with pubs and restaurants and retailers across the U.S., which is why you're able to buy these in like, you know, little random stores or whatever. On their website, they also have like a find our beer type of thing, so you can like put your address or your zip code, and you can find their beers around your area.
Nice.
So, you know, if you guys are interested in the beer, just go ahead and go to their website, and they can help you out with that.
Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah. They also started a Beer of the Month club, which I thought was pretty cool.
Beer of the month.
Yeah, Beer
How
of the
does
Month.
that work?
They actually kind of don't expand into it. Maybe they do, but I kind of didn't read a lot of it. But I mean, it's pretty cool that they have like a club for Beer of the Month.
Okay.
Yeah, but all of this information is on their website, as I always state. Their beers, they have multiple type of beers. Like I said, they have IPAs, pale ale, stouts, and porters. The first one, or one of the other ones, is Cali Vesa, which is a Mexican style lager. They also have a Double Eagle, an American honey blonde ale, a Cray Hazy, a New England style IPA, Tropicali, American or West Coast IPA, and the one we're gonna try today, Motra, a West Coast Blood Orange IPA.
Ooh, blood orange.
Blood Orange, man.
All right.
Cool. All right. So, Before we get any further, we're gonna go ahead and get the crackening open, and we're back with the crackening. All right, guys. Cass, how about you start us off?
Okay. Oh my god, that smells delicious.
Yeah, it actually does.
It smells freaking delicious, man.
My turn.
I squirted everywhere.
That's what she said.
Whoa.
Hey, really though, smell it?
Yeah, that smells.
That smells freaking delicious.
It does.
It smells like a soda.
Who's ready? Who's ready for it?
Oh yeah, pour it in, guys. Pour it in.
That's also what she said? No?
The smells pretty great, guys.
Oh my god, this smells amazing. It smells like heaven.
So Lena already took a taste of it. What do you think of it?
Has a kind of a strong taste.
Does it live up to the smell?
I think I like the smell a little bit more. It has bitterness
Ooh.
too.
Ooh, okay. Now let's check the can. Does it have an IBU rating?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ooh. Yeah, it should actually.
45.
Yeah.
IBU.
Yeah, that's a little high.
That makes sense. It's pretty
I mean,
pretty
it's pretty sour.
pretty sour, kind of bitter.
It's got a little kick to it.
Yeah.
I
What
think
ki-
I
okay.
say that about everything, honestly.
Hey, what kind of beer is this though?
This is if I'm not mistaken, an American / West Coast IPA.
An IPA?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
says blood orange IPA.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's an American / West Coast IPA.
Well, I like the artwork. It's kind of it's a ship on it.
Well, that's the Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Maria.
I'll tell you in the bottom while I'm drinking sangria. Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down because I could float. I gotta censor
Lord
myself.
help us all.
But no-
Oh, now you want to censor yourself.
Hey, but literally though, that is Santa Maria. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. So this is a 7.2 ABV, and you said the IBU was how much?
45.
That is higher than we're used to.
What does this thing even go to?
Well, this is why we have the internets. I know that we talked about it on one of our podcasts.
I was
that's
wrong.
a-
No, because I was wrong. I said it went up to 100, but I've actually seen beers with higher IBUs, so I don't know.
Okay, so
Because
here's
I
the
remember somebody saying it went up to 700.
Yeah.
I don't think that's very accurate.
No, it is
but-
accurate. I'm
Really?
pretty sure.
Okay, so this is what I found on the Googles, okay? So people asked, what is considered high IBU?
That's not the question.
Well, let me read it. It says almost all the beer you're ever going to drink will have an IBU rating between 5 and 120. 5 having a very low measured bitterness, and 120 having a very high measured bitterness. Basically, commercial breweries have this equipment and measure IBUs as a quality control tool. So basically, if you're looking at 45 between 5 and 120, it's leaning, Oh wait, Lena is correcting me.
I'm not sure because I'm looking up the highest IBUs, and it takes me to a link of 10 highest IBU beers. And number 1 out of that entire list is the Carbon Smith F's You Up. Oh, sorry. Carbon Smith F's You Up Your S. It's just a lot of curse words in that one. And it says it was released in 2015, IBU of 2,600.
Okay.
When was that article written?
Let me correct you there. I'm sorry, Lena.
You wait. IBU, did you say 2,600?
No. Okay, so yeah, it does say that, but if you click on the actual beer, it says 2,600 IBU IPA theoretical, and basically what that means is that it's not lab tested. It's not lab tested. Basically, it's just in-house tested to be 2600. But I think on record the highest one is 120. Am I correct, Lena?
I mean, if that's what you saw, there's a list of beers that are pretty high, but like you said, it's all theoretical, and if it has to be lab tested to be proven, I mean, how could we truly know what the IBUs are then?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that. I don't want to say that you're wrong. I want to say that it just on I guess on pen and paper, 5 to 120 is the most common, so I think that's what people use. I'm not saying that you were wrong, but
This beer smells like a blood orange.
It smells really good.
All right. So what are we thinking so far?
It's good. I enjoy it. 7.2 IPA. Tastes like a blood orange. Not too sour. Got the Santa Maria on the front. Pretty
What
cool.
about you, Lena?
It smells really good.
Smells heavenly.
But I feel like it's a heavy beer and it has a really strong taste to it. It's something I'm not really used to. It's I guess we'll just put it pretty high on the bitterness scale, even though it's given an IBU of 45. I don't hate it. I really like it. It's just it's really different. I can't get over the smell. I feel like, I guess my fear, or what makes me upset, is that the smell's way better than the taste on my end.
Yeah.
But it's something I still enjoy. It's just a heavier beer. Like, I feel it,
Yeah, I mean it's an IPA.
Are you sure that wasn't that burrito from earlier?
It probably is that
'Cause
burrito.
I'm feeling that burrito right now.
It could be.
Okay. All right. Well, I genuinely like it.
I like it.
It is a little bit bitter. Oh, more bitter than any other beer we've had here for sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
What do you think was the most bitter?
I don't know. You guys keep complaining about the dang stout.
okay, but the stout, it's not that it was bitter. The stout was just really, really strong.
Yeah.
And it's
In
not, and it's nothing
flavor.
towards Kern River or their stout. It's just I genuinely don't like stouts like that. And we that day on the podcast we had quite a couple beers. So at the end of the night, having a stout to finish it off, it just it didn't land well. So it's nothing against Kern River. I really enjoyed the stout, but I mean I ended up finishing it.
Kind of had to.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna finish it.
I
for
know.
you.
I know.
I forced myself. It was my first stout, as we talked about. It was just not what I was expecting. I was hoping for something a little sweeter. I don't know why. That came into my mind.
There's different kinds of stouts. There are actually stouts that are a little bit sweet.
Well, that's something that we kind of went over, and I'm kind of curious to what a sweeter one would taste like.
You probably have to get one of like the milk stouts or something then.
Well, wasn't that one a milk stout?
I don't think so.
No?
Not
I-
that one. I don't
Could
think
be
that.
wrong, but I think she has a point.
My point is not every beer is the same. I don't want to say all the stouts are bad. I only tried that one. It wasn't my favorite, but at least I have tried one. I drank it, and now I get to keep trying other ones. I mean, we got to bring them into the podcast somehow. We can't just do IPAs all the time. And
True.
yeah, so we'll find one that I like. I know it. I believe in it.
Yeah, I mean stouts are tough. I mean, I know that's what we said about IPAs at first, but I think stouts are on a whole different level.
It's all an acquired taste.
It is.
Everything is.
In general, when I started drinking, period, let's not talk about that age, but I wasn't into beer at all. Like, I didn't even want Modelo. Like, I just wasn't my thing. I would drink liquor and mixed drinks and stuff like that. Maybe it's a gender thing. I don't know. But I was really into, like, alcohol and drinking, like, mixed drinks and liquor. And it wasn't until maybe a couple years later, maybe 3 years in to, like, actually drinking, that I kind of got into beers. And I think it was just due to micheladas. I liked the taste of it. And then, obviously, you can't always have that, in order to make those drinks. You don't have all the ingredients all the time. So I started drinking Modelo on its own. And my family was really, really into Corona before Modelos. I really didn't get to do that phase with them. But like I said, that's kind of the beers that we were drinking then. As every Hispanic, I mean, not to be very stereotypical, but that's what a lot of families drink. And I got into beers more. And then, as I mentioned in one of our podcasts, is that it was when I was with you that we got into IPAs. You know, it's all an acquired taste. I can't imagine, I honestly can't remember my first IPA, but I probably wasn't the biggest fan. But then we found some that we loved. And I mean, Voodoo.
Please sponsor us.
As always.
Send us a 6 of that Future Hop.
Hey, for real, have you guys seen the promo for the Future Hop?
I've seen the promo. I've been trying to look for it. Can't find it.
But I'm so sad because I don't want B2Ks to go anywhere.
Well, V2K was a summer beer. Now it's time for Future Hop.
We have to go and buy all of the 6-packs we can find.
True. And we also have to buy the 12 packs for the 1985s because whoo-wee.
Oh my God.
I know.
The 1985s are good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
We got to have some again.
You know what? I think it's time for us to actually dedicate some time to Voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't really been talking about him for a while, actually.
Yeah. I think it's been a couple episodes. I think since right before Eli showed up to the podcast, I think since then we haven't talked about Voodoo Ranger. But yeah, Voodoo, please sponsor us.
Please. But yeah, so, you know, we got into Voodoos and we ended up really, really enjoying them. They had so many flavors for us to try at first. And
so we tried them all.
Yeah, we tried them all. A lot.
Voodoo, you guys fucked up on that fucking pumpkin one.
Stop.
Yeah, you kind of, they screwed the pooch on that one,
Leave
man.
them alone.
I don't know.
They fucked that one up. I'm sorry.
Dude, okay, so, but that's the thing is that we went to Total Wine and More, and it's not just them. There's a lot of people who are putting out pumpkin flavored beers, and I want to say that not all of them are going to taste good. Think about it. You're mixing pumpkin flavored and a beer.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that being good in general.
The thing where they screwed the pooch though is that they
spice.
made it spicy. A lot of other beers, I'm pretty sure they're not spicy.
They gotta be different, and that's why we've liked them.
True.
We just didn't like that one beer, and I'm not gonna let that get in the way of how I feel about drinking Voodoos, because I've actually gotten to really like their stuff. Like it's one of the beer companies that I won't doubt. I wasn't a fan of the pumpkin spice one, but everything else has literally taken my breath away. Like we go crazy for Voodoo.
Yep, there's still 3 in the fridge though, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think those are gonna get drink.
Yeah, probably not, to be honest.
We'll probably
maybe on a day where we just
we'll probably give them to somebody who comes over and asks for a beer.
No, the loser of the podcast has to drink one.
Oh,
has to down it. Oh,
all right.
That's something for the loser.
So, listen up, listen up, you maggots. All right. So the loser of the podcast episode 10 or mega episode 2, the loser is gonna have to drink one of those Voodoo Rangers.
They're gonna have to chug that thing,
and you guys are gonna have to chug it like your life depends on it.
You know what? It's better chugging it.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you take it slow, that taste just gets stuck.
Yeah, we're doing you guys a solid, even though it might not sound like one.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna record you, and
you can chug it however you want. If you want to shotgun it, if you want to pour it into a cup or something, don't matter how you drink it. As long as
the quicker the better, to be honest.
Yeah, as long as you take the whole thing with you.
And we're gonna record you, and we're gonna put you on our Instagram. So be aware of that. Be aware of what you're signing up to do.
Why are you trying to scare them away?
I'm not, but we gotta make this interesting for ourselves, you know.
Yeah, I mean we gotta give them a little push so they don't want to lose.
I know. So yeah, so if you win, you get a trophy, you get bragging rights, etc., etc. If you lose, you drink a Voodoo Ranger pumpkin.
We're gonna record you
and
chugging it, and then it's gonna be live, man. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna record you while we're on the podcast, and we're gonna put you on Instagram.
So be aware of that.
I'm so sorry.
So bring your A game, guys.
That was not my intention. But
So
I like where this is going.
I'm actually kind of excited for this now.
So the Santa Maria is really good. I'm sorry, at first I didn't like it because it's sour, but as I kept on drinking
it's good.
It's actually
It's
really
smooth.
good.
Yeah, once you adjust to the flavor, it's something different for us. I've never had a blood orange flavored beer.
Why do I always pick the good beers?
Okay.
See, that's not true. That's not
Okay.
true.
I picked the good ones.
I don't know.
Saison 13 was actually pretty good.
That's alright.
Everybody lost it with the snow cones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
some of them are pretty good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I picked a bad one though.
I don't.
Stout.
Stout.
Nah.
I wouldn't say that.
You guys have openly said you guys don't like stout. That's already a biased opinion.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why I
but-
said
but-
I'm willing to try
Biased
another.
opinions. It doesn't count.
Well, then you gotta find a stout that I'll take and like.
I'll
Please
find
don't
one
tell him
eventually.
that because he's gonna go ahead and pick a stout for the next beer pick.
Yep.
Crystal, thank you.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one out there in the world that I'll like.
I'm pretty biased against stouts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. See, your vote doesn't count. I picked some pretty darn good beers.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I think we've all done a good job. There wasn't one that I've truly hated. I mean, I didn't truly hate the stout. It was my first
of
time.
course.
And in all fairness, we were all pretty past buzzed at that point. So
Yeah.
does it truly count?
Yeah, I know. Okay, guys. Any other words you guys got to say on Santa Maria Matra? Or is it Motra?
I'm assuming it's Motra. I honestly have no idea how to say this.
I was going to say Mothra,
Okay.
but yeah, it's missing the H.
Oh yeah, look, it has stuff on the can.
Oh, no, back to the...
Purveyors and courageous ales and lagers. And then it also has a logo that says SMBC.
Santa Maria Brewing Company.
Oh.
Wow.
What? Really?
You should have told me to wear a helmet before you blew my mind.
Oh my.
Hold up.
Anyways, it says, it's been said a ship is safest in harbor. But that's not what ships are for. That's very true. And like its namesake ship, Santa Maria Brewing Company was built for the insatiably curious. So pull up your anchors, raise up your pints, and let's go explore.
I mean,
Courage.
I'm sorry, raise up your what? I'm sorry?
Your pints.
There you go. I mean, that was cool. They should have talked more about the Santa Maria ship though.
Why? What?
Well, I mean, it's not specific to this beer though. It's
I
the
know.
company in
Yeah,
general.
you're right.
Yeah. Dude has a little iron cross on it.
Yeah, that's how you know it's the Santa Maria
Yeah.
because it's the Spanish cross.
It's a Spanish cross.
Yeah.
It's not an iron cross.
It's a Spanish. What is it? It's the white flag with the red cross. It's more of a Spanish.
Isn't that Crusade?
Yeah,
Crusaders
it's
or
not
something like that?
Crusaders. It's Conquistadors. There you go. Conquistadors.
Oh, well, that explains the Spaniard name.
Yeah, I mean, technically the guys behind the three boats. I mean, the three ships were.
The
You know,
the Pinta. No, we're not doing
not
this
again.
Wait, can we get copyright struck for this?
No,
Let's hope not.
technically not because we did the singing and the little beat. So technically we can't because it's our own thing. You know, if we had taken the audio from the movie, that
No, but I've like people on Twitch still get copyright, or like people on YouTube still get copyright struck even if they sing the lyrics and
they
stuff.
can't.
Okay, well, we do not own the rights to the song. We did not write the song. We did not do anything. We stole that song completely from Step Brothers.
There you go.
Don't
now
do
they
this.
now they have to listen to our entire podcast for them to get to the disclaimer.
I know, right? No, but yeah, the little jingles from Step Brothers when Will Ferrell and what's the other guy's name? I forgot his name.
I always forget his name.
Crystal? You
You
seem
love
to
that
know.
movie that much?
I really do.
What's
No, no.
You guys already know I'm really bad with names. I genuinely love Will Ferrell. He's really great, and I've seen so many of his films, and not to say I don't love the other guy.
Yeah, you didn't know his name though.
I don't know his name just because I don't know a lot of people's names.
Oh, Crystal, you
No.
you let me down.
I let you down as you type it up on the computer.
Haven't seen La Casa de mi Padre?
Oh my God.
It's a great movie. You guys should watch it.
No.
Why not?
So the guy's name is John C. Riley.
There you go.
I actually never knew his name. I thought I did, but when you said it right now, I realized that I never knew his name.
It didn't ring a bell.
No.
I know his name just because it's John C. Riley. Like it's a name, his middle initial, and then Riley.
Yeah, I had no clue what his name was. Like
I've seen him in other stuff, but like I said, I'm just truly bad at names. Will Ferrell's just very lucky that he's just in my mind somehow.
I mean, I like Will Ferrell. I liked him first originally from Talladega Nights.
Oh my god,
that's such a great
Ricky
movie.
Bobby.
That was my first movie with him,
Ricky
and
Bobby.
then I think my next noticeably like famous movie from him is A Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, and then
I want to say I started there, but he truly impacted my life with Blades of Glory.
see, that's funny. I've never seen that movie.
I know. Oh, Jesus.
I know.
We're gonna skate to one song and one song only.
my arms, my love.
Yeah, I've never seen, and as I bring up his filmography right now,
What does
It's
that
probably
mean? Nobody
endless.
knows what it means, but it's provocative.
let's find out. I want to see. Okay, he was in Austin Powers. Where?
I didn't know that.
See, I didn't even know that.
Which one though?
Yeah, he was in all of them.
What? Oh yes,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a fat
he's the-
bastard, right? No,
No,
no, that's not him.
Fat Bastard is Mike Myers. Like,
oh
it's-
yeah,
it's-
you're right.
yeah.
No, okay, I'm tripping because he had orange hair just like him.
Okay,
Who was he then?
I don't know. And then I knew he was in Zoolander, but I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I know he was in Zoolander.
I didn't really like him in Zoolander. Like, he wasn't that funny to me. He was more like a dick in that movie. Like he didn't struck me as the funny guy in that movie.
I
You know,
guess he was
I-
also in The Office.
Ben Stiller took
Oh
Zoolander.
my god.
What?
You want to know who he is?
Oh my.
That's why we didn't recognize him. He's wearing the red hat with
Yeah.
with the glasses.
Isn't that called the fedora? No, not a fedora.
Yeah, it is a fedora.
A fez.
Oh, that's a fez.
It's a
you're right, you're right.
fez. Fezes are cool, man.
Let's see. Blades of Glory, Step Brothers, Land of the Lost. I've seen Land of the Lost. I didn't think it was that funny either.
What's Land of the Lost?
The Other Guys.
Oh, Land
the Other
of
guys.
the
Oh, the other guys was a
Lost.
good one.
The Other Guys is another good one. Anchorman,
Isn't
obviously.
that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
Isn't it? Oh, that's it's like Gator don't play no shit.
Yeah.
That's him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gator.
Mark
gotta love
Wahlberg
Gator.
ruined my life.
Why did he? Oh yeah, never mind.
Lena, now for the listeners listening to us, why did Mark Wahlberg ruin your life?
Are we gonna talk about how Mark Wahlberg ruined my
you're,
life?
You're not gonna go
Well,
that
you-
into depth,
Well,
but
you brought it up.
No, if I'm not gonna tell the whole story, then I'm not
Well,
gonna tell
just
it at
tell-
all.
the
okay,
whole
okay.
story then.
Tell a summarized version of the story.
Well, I mean, you got a pretty tall glass of beer right there, you know.
Yeah, you can go ahead and describe in a summary what happened and why Mark Wahlberg ruined your life.
All right. So, once upon a time, there was this restaurant on Sunset Boulevard Plaza. It was a pretty famous restaurant called Cafe Med. It's an authentic Italian place, or was an authentic Italian place. And it had been there for many, many years. My grandfather worked there for 27 years, I believe. I think it was almost from the start. My mom started working there early on. I can't put my finger on what year exactly. And she started off as a hostess because, my grandpa helped her out get a job. And the money was pretty good. It was a very busy restaurant, very well known. A lot of famous actors passed by and enjoyed the place. And I even enjoyed the place. I was there all the time. I basically grew up in that place. And then how else can I explain it? Well, Mark Wahlberg had his first date with his current wife there, and he fell in love with the place and eventually bought it. And as he bought it, he kept Cafe Med open because the previous owners they sold the place to him and to a couple of other investors. So it wasn't just Mark Wahlberg that ruined my life. But my mom worked her way up. She was there for almost 14, 15 years. She was a hostess. She became a server, a night manager, floor manager, all the way up to a GM. So she was running the damn place. And it was also, honestly, a second home. I was there a lot, especially with my little brother. Authentic Italian food. It was delicious. It was very, very known. Hopefully you guys know it. Even look it up. The reviews are insane. Then Mark Wahlberg decided he wanted to bring over his pretty popular restaurant that his brother runs, which was the Wahlburgers. He wanted to open up branches over here. So after about a year and a half, almost 2 years of having the place open still as Cafe Med, they had already made a lot of changes, like, shortening the menu and all that, but he decided they're going to shut it down and close the place. And we all had we had a nice closing party where a lot of older employees came by to just say thanks to everybody, and because it was kind of like a family thing, like everybody had worked there for so long, and it was a great place. I genuinely miss it. But back to the point, to not continue rambling, Mark Wahlberg closed the place, and he had another investor that was running more of the how do you say it, the assignments and the duties, more hands-on to all of the stuff. And he told all the employees that they would be able to come back and have a job at Wahlburgers. So the place closed, I believe Father's Day of 2016, and they opened up Wahlburgers later on that year, and nobody was called, nobody was informed, nobody had returned to work. And when we showed up, we asked what was going on to the new GM, because my mom was supposed to be the GM, and they just told her, like, they ended up going a whole nother direction, and they put him in charge, and he wanted more of a younger crowd to run the place and to, be servers and bartenders, because now it was a burger joint. And a lot of people, depended on, or were really hoping to go back to work there. So it was it was just kind of bad situation for a lot of the employees, especially because a lot of them were older, so it was difficult for them to find work otherwise. And for myself, he ruined my life, because that place meant a lot to me growing up. I had always visited. I've taken family, even friends, and it was just very important to me. I had planned to hopefully work there myself, and I only got to work there that very last day because people were quitting, because, people, it's going to close. They need jobs. They needed to secure something. So we completely understood. We never judged them for any of that. But after that, my mom really struggled, not to get back on her feet exactly, but to find a position that she truly loved, because that place was really, really important to her. Now, in that time, she used to be able to work her own schedules out, and everybody else's too. And now she's kind of not on top of the restaurant that she's working in. She is a manager, but she's not running the place, so she can't really do anything to fix what's going on or on any of the issues. So I feel like she's not exactly happy as she used to be. And money, it's not the same type of money, like and it's also not the same type of feeling. Like when we go eat at her restaurant, I mean, we don't know any of the people. We maybe like one or two,
it's just a different vibe.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a whole different thing. And I feel like my mom's schedule also changed. She now works nights to be able to, provide better. And that also interfered with, how we used to do things, because she would work Monday through Friday in the mornings, and now she's working the busiest days of the week. So she's kind of missing out on a lot of things that, that's what I fear of. And I just felt like we were really in a good place with Cafe Med, and I truly, truly, truly missed that place. And she still keeps in contact with some people, and I know their lives have been impacted too, just because they expected more.
Yeah.
And nothing worked out for anybody, so that kind of sucks.
I mean, that goes with any acquisition, unfortunately, a lot of the times, when one company acquires the other, whoever acquired the other one usually has a big say in management and positions and stuff like that. And I mean, it sucks for the people that are working, that have worked their butts off in those positions for so long, when you have new management coming in and saying, well, you know what, you're obsolete, we're gonna go ahead and bring in someone else.
Yeah.
So it sucks, I understand where that's coming from.
Yeah, because I was also in high school, so my mom was really a part of like going to all of our stuff, and as my brother was in school too, and then it just kind of, the whole thing just shifted for a lot of people where they ended up having to work way more, way harder, and it just wasn't the same because Cafe Med was pretty organized.
Yeah.
I loved it there.
Yeah, I mean, aside from that, I mean, it was very well known. A lot of celebrities would stop by.
Yeah.
So I mean, it had its perks too, but now it's damn Wahlburgers, and hopefully it goes bankrupt.
No, I don't wish the worst for it because Cafe Med's not just gonna randomly open up.
I know. I'm just being a dick.
Hey, I remember going to visit. It wasn't very busy. So that's the crazy thing is they put a burger spot where a very famous Italian restaurant used to be, and it's a pretty famous area, known for their restaurants. And then they put I want to say fast food, but a burger place there, and I honestly think it doesn't fit. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not a Sunset Plaza type thing,
Yeah.
But it's fine,
Well, needless to say, Mark Wahlberg fucked up.
Yep.
He ruined my life.
Wow.
That's a good story. Thank you for letting us know about that, and
Thanks for story time.
Yeah. Thank you for story time, Lena. We appreciate that.
As always, I think I always go on a little rant.
It's fine. We all do at some point.
It's fine, and especially for something that meant so much to you. We definitely understand. And I'm pretty sure our audience understands as well.
Yeah, it's just hard to put into words what happened. I mean, that's part of the story, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
But it genuinely affected a lot of people's lives.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But man, this beer is good.
This beer is really good.
I'm almost done with it. And for those of you that don't know, when we pour ourselves beer, we don't drink straight from the can. We pour it into, I guess I want to say beer cups.
Tall, like
a glass.
Tall glass, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something you would get like, at a bar or something.
Yeah.
So we pour it into these, and
how much does this actually hold?
I don't know actually.
I want to say it's.
We'll go ahead and find out for you guys.
I want to say it's a 20-ounce glass.
Let's find out. So upon checking the packaging for these cups, we've determined that it's 23 ounces for the cup. So basically, you can fit up to 2 of the small 12-ounce cans into this. Almost, because there's still some left over in the can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, this thing's pretty good, man. I mean, like I said, at first I didn't like this. I like the smell, but I didn't like the taste. But as you keep drinking it, as you keep savoring it, it's pretty good, And Cass is pouring in his second one, messing it up with all that foam.
Oh my god.
Man.
Damn, you guys are right.
That's half foam.
That is half foam.
It's gonna consolidate.
This is not the stock market. Oh man.
So we're gonna rate?
Yeah, we definitely should. Lena, what do you think?
The smell is so good. The taste it's heavy. It's just not what I was expecting from it. I think I'd give it. Man, I like how strong it is. Flavor is good. It's just really bitter for my taste. But it's also just new to me,
I mean, it is your rating, so you can give it whatever you want.
I know, but I don't want to just say like it was, bad or good. I mean, I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, you can choose to describe it the way you want to, man. If you didn't like it, well, you didn't like it. I mean,
yeah, I guess I'll give it a 6.5. It wasn't my favorite out of the ones we've chosen so far, maybe because of the bitterness.
And I mean that's what this podcast is about. We don't want to appeal to anybody or any brew company just because one thing or the other. We want to make sure that we either like the beer, we don't like it, and why we don't like it. We don't just say we don't like it and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we don't hate these brewing companies. It's just not. Like the beer that we picked this one time. It was unfortunate that maybe some of us didn't like it.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is I don't want to say I don't like it because I like the flavor. I think the sourness. I just can't get used to the sour and the bitterness.
Yeah, but it's something that for example, it's something that if you walk into the store and you see this or you see a Voodoo Ranger or a Y2K, what are you gonna pick?
Oh, okay, but you can't compare. They're not the
But
same.
I know, but this is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's like, you know, if you see these two, you're gonna pick that one over this one.
Yeah.
You know, it won't be your go-to choice. You know, and that's what the rating system is about. You know, when somebody gives it a perfect 10, it's got to be for a good damn reason.
Yep.
I can't wait for at least one of us to have a perfect 10.
I know.
That's kind of hard, man. You know how many beers are out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that easy. You know, for me.
And then we pick one from a brewing company, which we don't exactly hope to go back and review like until a good while. Like I want to have at least a couple beers in between before we review a whole brewery.
Well, I mean, eventually it's probably gonna start getting to the point where we're all gonna pick a different one.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about like let's say Belching Beaver. There's so many of them that I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Pariah Brewing Company. They had some really cool ones. Even though after I chose the mystery flavor, which don't get me wrong, I did like it. I saw what they had and like the way the cans looked, what awards they had won for certain things. I was like, oh damn, I wish I reviewed this one.
Like that's exactly what I'm trying to get at. It's like it's gonna get to the point where we're probably gonna pick, you know, maybe one each of the beers that a brewing company provides, or maybe one each different kind of beers, because like we've stated before, there's a lot of beers out there. We're not gonna cover all of them for one podcast each.
Right.
And and that's another reason, and this is a good plug. That's another reason why we created our Discord for helping with beer selections. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna know all the beers. We're not gonna know what to pick all the time, and it'd be great if our audience was able to tell us, hey, you know, we recommend this beer, or look for this, or
recommend that,
or we recommend this brewing company, you know, this or that. Like, we really appreciate that because it would make our life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so 6.5, Lena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7.
Okay.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, right off the bat. Like I said, at first it gave me a really bitter taste, and I didn't really like that. But as I kept drinking it, you know, the bitterness kind of went away, and it just stuck. The smell was great.
Mm-hmm.
The smell got to me. You know, it smelled really great. As soon as you open the can, you get that blood or orange smell, which is really great.
Well, it's just fresh air.
According to this can talks to me. Apparently, it's made with blood orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, out of my score, I'd probably give it a 7.
7?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh shit! Okay, you went 8.
I really enjoy this beer, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's really good. Like if I walk into a store and you know I need to buy a beer for whatever, I'd buy this again if I see it. Honestly, like this is one of those things where it's just like I won't. Let's just put it this way. It's up there with the V2K. You know, I know what a V2K tastes like. So, but if I want to taste something different, or if I want to drink something different, I'll probably go with this if I found it in the same store as a V2K. Because I already know what V2K tastes like. I already drank it enough times, you know. It's
way too much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so I know what it tastes like, you know. I already know. But like this, I've only had it once. But if I see it again, like for sure, I'll pick this. So, I mean,
I drink it again.
Yeah, dude. Like
it's just gonna take. It just takes me a while to drink it, just because that flavor is so strong every time I go into it.
I honestly think the flavor is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's not that bad. So with the overall rating that we have, it's a 7.17.
7.166666.
Yeah, but you rounded up into 7.17. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a hoppy rating of 7.17. You know, it's a little bit lower than our previous one, I believe, because our previous one was, I think, is 7.7.
Really?
I believe so. I believe so.
Kind of felt like this one did a little bit better, but
yeah, previous one, the Saison 13, was a 7.7.
Wow.
So so far, our both beers that we have in our
system.
hoppy rating, yeah.
This beer smells so good.
It does smell so good. I think I like the Megadeth one a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean the Saison 13 was definitely a little bit smoother. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as sour as this one, but I believe this one has a better taste.
Okay.
So yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay. Any other final words, guys?
Drink responsibly. I'm gonna make a note of you know, to like say that at the end of every podcast because we drink and stuff. So you know, you always gotta have disclaimers.
I think we drink too much.
Yeah, there should be disclaimers. You know, like we're kind of not directly promoting drinking, but we're kind of promoting it. So
we are beer advocates. We just explore beers and give our opinions.
Yeah, but it's safe to say that we should kind of like give disclaimers to people, like, you know, drink responsibly and don't drink and drive, and you know,
drink
that
responsibly,
kind of
drink reasonably.
I like how you
called
us. I like how you called us beer advocates.
Well, aren't we promoting beers?
I just thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
or
like,
what was our epilogue? Beer tainers.
No, that wasn't our epilogue.
No.
That was our. I believe
that was She's the Bomb. Oh no.
No, that was.
It was the bomb.
No,
the mango one, mango bomb.
Yeah, the mango bomb one. It was beer entertainers.
Huh.
It was our very first.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I forget what I'm very forgetful, guys. I apologize. But yeah, guys. Well, with those being our final words, we're gonna go ahead and bid you adieu. Drink responsibly.
Don't drink and drive.
That too.
You'll tune in next week.
Definitely. Check out our website, www.hoppytimepodcast.com.
Follow us on Instagram.
Do the Discord thing.
Yeah, exactly. Do the Discord thing.
If you guys don't have Discord in 2021, I mean, you guys should totally get it. Honestly, yeah. Like, Discord is the best. Like, if you're on computer or whatever, like, it's like PC for sure, you need to get a Discord. If you're on PC and you haven't had a Discord yet, I don't know what the heck you're doing with your life. But like now it kind of got to the point where like Discord is being it evolved into having like a community sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you guys want to be like a part of like the Hoppy Time Podcast community, yeah, man, feel free to go to our not our Instagram, our Discord, and follow us there, or you know, join our server.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why we've put so much emphasis on that, because Discord is becoming one of those things where there's everything there. You know, there's you can share pictures, videos. You know, it's much easier to use, and I mean, the simplicity of it as a user, as opposed to like someone building it, it's really great. You know, so that's why I've put a lot of emphasis on our Discord. So, you know, if you guys don't mind just joining it, you know, it's free to join. Yeah, we do have a premium option, but you know, we don't ask you guys to do that. You know, we have a lot of things on our free Discord server. So yeah, guys, you know.
Yeah, it's I mean, sorry, but me and my friends, like, we used to do the whole Instagram, you know, group chat, or like, you know, texting group chat stuff. But Discord is a little bit better, man. You can literally link stuff from like YouTube and stuff. And it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot easier, man, and I think it's a little bit better than Instagram, because Instagram it's like solely for your phone. But if you're those kind of people that use a computer and a phone, you can literally flawlessly interchange between your phone and your computer.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes things a hell of a lot easier.
Flameskid puts a lot of time and effort into the servers too, so go check it out.
Yeah, I mean,
sign up. It's free. We do have premium, but you don't have to do it. Just go see what we're about. If you do feel like you want a little bit more, then you can always sign up later, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have an option there. Any of the chat rooms that you open up, if you put the money sign and you put upgrade, it'll send you directly to, you know, our premium option, where you just pay $5, and it automatically unlocks everything else for you. What you get with that is you get, you know, access to the early episodes. Sorry, the episodes early. So when I upload them, you automatically get them, and you don't have to wait till Monday to hear them.
Right.
You get bonus content from us, like our videos or shenanigans or the dumb things we do, where we're drinking beers, you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't post everything on Instagram, you know, just because we don't want to. So sometimes we'll post it there.
We're gonna come up with more benefits, of course.
Yeah, but for now, you know, we're just starting off. We're small, so
yeah,
you know, that's what we got going on. But yeah, guys, with that being said, and with the beer tasting as great as it was, we're gonna go ahead and bid you guys adieu. You know, hope you guys have a great night, great week. It'll be my birthday, so next time you hear me, I'll probably be a year older.
I don't know about you. Yes, we'll talk about all the crazy shenanigans we get into celebrating my boo's birthday.
Yeah, so we'll let you guys know how that went. But yeah, for now, have a great night, and we'll see you on the next episode.